So let me ask you a question. What if reaching your 60s isn't the beginning of some inevitable decline, but actually tangible proof that your body is vastly stronger than you think? Most conversations about aging just focus on what you're losing, what hurts, or what doesn't work like it used to. But today, we are flipping that script entirely. If you're over 60 and you still do these 6 things, you're truly one of a kind. We're going to break down the exact science-backed signs that show you are aging remarkably well.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's the absolute truth about healthy aging. It is not about looking 40 when you're 70. It's really not. It's not about denying your age, buying into some expensive anti-aging fads, or pretending nothing has changed. Actually, healthy aging is about something much simpler and infinitely more powerful. It's about maintaining your independence. It's about capability. It's about keeping the ability to do the things that make your life rich and worth living, all without needing constant help.
The contrast here is just stark. We are constantly sold this myth that we have to deny our age and strive to look young forever. But the reality, and this is backed up by massive amounts of research from groups like the National Institute on Aging, the CDC, and the World Health Organization, is that healthy aging is all about independence, capability, and living fully. These organizations have literally studied thousands of people to figure out what separates those who stay healthy and capable from those who don't. And you want to know the best part? The signs we're going over today do not require you to be a retired Olympic athlete or have perfect genetics. They just require you to show up for yourself consistently.
Section 1. The physical engine. Moving with purpose. Think of me as your supportive health coach right now. The human body is incredibly adaptable, and it responds directly to the signals you send it every single day. If you ask it to move, well, it remembers how to move. Which brings us to our first sign of a well-maintained physical engine, the numbers 20 to 30. This represents your ability to walk comfortably for 20 to 30 minutes. It is perhaps the single most reliable predictor of long-term independence as you age. Research shows that being able to walk this distance consistently is linked to better cardiovascular health, stronger bones, and a significantly lower rate of devastating falls later in life. And hey, we aren't talking about power walking a marathon here. We are talking about a comfortable pace through your neighborhood or the grocery store, where you can easily hold a conversation without your legs giving out.
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what I mean. Meet Margaret from our source material. She's 72 years old and she walks for 25 minutes every single morning before breakfast. Because of this one simple habit, she travels alone, she runs her own errands, and she moves with total ease. When people find out she's 72, they are genuinely shocked. Not because she looks like a teenager, but because she moves with such confidence. If you want to build this sign, remember, the goal isn't speed, it's simply consistent daily movement.
Let's look at sign number 2, the ability to stand up from a chair without using your hands. Here's how you practice this progression. 1. Sit in a sturdy chair. 2. Lean slightly forward. 3. Push through your legs to stand. And 4. Repeat that 8 to 10 times. Practicing this simple sequence builds absolutely crucial leg strength, balance, and core stability. It also trains your proprioception, which is just a fancy word for your body's awareness of where it is in space. When people lose this ability, they start using their arms, then they start avoiding chairs altogether, and eventually they just stop going out. Independence fades fast. But the good news, this skill is highly trainable at absolutely any age.
Listen to this incredible quote from the research. His body was just waiting for the right signal. This is about Robert, a 68-year-old guy who, just 2 years ago, could not stand up without using his arms because his knees were just too weak. But he started practicing those sit-to-stands. Within 12 weeks, just 12 weeks, he was standing easily without his hands. His body hadn't given up. It was literally just waiting for him to give it the right signal. It is the ultimate proof of that classic scientific principle, use it or lose it.
That brings us to sign number 3, staying physically active most days of the week. Our sources highlight Ellen, who's 75. Now, Ellen isn't doing intense cross-training at a gym. She maintains incredible mobility through light, consistent activities. One day she's gardening, the next day she's taking a walk, the next she's doing some light housework, or maybe taking a stretching class with her friends. She has the energy of someone 2 decades younger simply because she never let her body forget what it's capable of doing. The takeaway? Just keep moving, most days of the week.
Section 2. The Sharp Operator. Mind and Connection.
We're focusing now on cognitive and emotional health because isolation and brain stagnation are completely preventable. You have incredible power over how your brain ages, which leads us right to sign number 4, functional memory. Let's be realistic for a second. It is completely normal for memory to change as we age. You might forget why you walked into a room or take an extra minute to recall a name.
That's standard aging and definitely not a cause for panic. What we're really looking for is functional memory. This means you can still remember appointments, manage your medications, and handle the daily tasks that keep you independent. Just like your legs, your brain needs stimulation. The researchers point to 80-year-old James, who reads the newspaper every single day and does crosswords. He stays mentally engaged, and because of that, his functional memory remains incredibly sharp.
Let's move to sign number 5. You stay socially connected and enjoy conversations. This is a massive one, folks. Did you know that Harvard's longest-running study on aging found that social connection is one of the strongest overall predictors of a long, healthy life? Having meaningful relationships and regular conversations actively protects your brain and your body. On the flip side, chronic isolation is just as damaging to your physical health as smoking or obesity. No way, right? But it's true. Now, what's really interesting about this is the story of sisters Dorothy and Patricia, who are both 76. They do daily phone calls, weekly coffees, and have deep community connections through their book club and church. But here is the fascinating science behind it. Studies show that this level of social connection isn't just about making you feel warm and fuzzy emotionally. Having a community actually boosts your immune function, lowers inflammation markers, and improves heart health. Their social calendar is quite literally acting as a biological shield.
Section 3. The ultimate predictor. The mindset shift.
We've saved this for last because research suggests this final sign is the absolute strongest predictor of whether you will age in a healthy, independent way. Sign 6. You keep a positive attitude and continue learning. People who see aging not as a decline but as an exciting journey to explore actually create resilience at a cellular level. And look, this isn't about being unrealistically positive all the time. It's about staying curious and engaging with life rather than withdrawing from it. Science from Stanford and UCLA shows that people with this growth mindset exercise more, maintain better cognitive function, and even recover from illnesses faster than those who view aging as a purely negative experience. Ask yourself, what can I still do? What can I still learn? This is the exact mindset of Victor. Victor learned how to use computers at age 75, and then, brilliantly, he started his own YouTube channel at 78. Choosing a growth mindset over a decline mindset literally slows down the aging process in your body. When you ask yourself what you can still learn, rather than focusing on what you've lost, your body listens to that optimism and stays engaged.
Section 4. The Daily Blueprint. 8 Habits for Independence.
So, the crucial point is, how do we actually put all of this into practice? We've seen the 6 signs, and we know they are entirely achievable. We're going to rapid fire through the practical, everyday applications that support those signs, starting with 4 physical habits. 1. Walk most days. 2. Do strength exercises like those chair stands we talked about at least twice a week to protect your muscle. 3. Eat 25 to 30 grams of protein per meal because your muscles desperately need it after 60. And 4. Get 7 to 9 hours of sleep so your brain and body can recover. Giving your muscles adequate protein, challenging them with consistent movement, and allowing your body to recover through proper sleep will profoundly protect your physical independence.
And here are the final 4 habits to round out the blueprint. 5. Stay hydrated. Did you know that mild dehydration actually mimics memory loss in older adults? It's a wildly surprising fact, so drink your water. 6. Connect with people regularly. 7. Challenge your mind daily with learning or puzzles. And 8. Get regular checkups to catch any issues early. What's amazing is how these small habits work synergistically, like a giant puzzle. Walking helps your sleep, socializing challenges your mind, and hydration keeps your body moving smoothly. They all work best together to keep you independent.
I want to leave you with a provocative question today. How many of these 6 signs describe you right now? Take a second and mentally tally your score from 0 to 6. If you want, drop that number in the comments below. We'd love to see it. Remember, whatever your number is today, it isn't permanent. Aging well isn't about genetics or luck. It is an empowering daily choice that you completely control. It's about showing up for yourself consistently. You have the power to protect your independence. So what choice will you make today to stay truly one of a kind?